I really like the SweetGreen concept and food. So I signed up for the SweetPass because I was ordering SweetGreen constantly. And with the SweetPass, here's one problem that I did not find until after I had signed up. And I would have signed up anyways, but as I have pulled up on the screen here, you cannot redeem rewards in store. So that really to me is like you have someone that pays for your premium subscription for a restaurant, which is slightly unusual, and yet you're still not going to let them use that reward in person. That doesn't that doesn't make sense to me. Why is it that I have to order online and essentially get it to go? This is their rules. I didn't know about that until after the fact. But I think it's really you have someone that paid for your subscription and then you revert them back into a second class status where they can't use that in person. So I think that's a really stupid play. And I think it goes along with this theme of we see a lot of premium services, like, you're paying for a subscription and yet you're still not getting the premium product or service. I liken it to when I found out that Hulu had advertisements. I was watching uh, I was watching Hulu with a girl at her apartment. We're sitting there watching it, and an ad comes on. And I don't watch a lot of TV or streaming, so I didn't even have Hulu. And I was like, why are we watching a commercial? Don't you pay for this? And she said, yeah. And then I was like, what is even this? And then this is like, we're going to make you pay for something premium, but then we're still not going to give you the premium experience. And this to me is a really bad move by Sweetgreen. I use the $3 reward all of the time. It really does work. You get one per day. Now there was the other day there was I think they call it a challenge. So the challenge was ordering two entrees, and I did, and I got a $5 redemption promo. But then you can't combine that with the $3. You can only use the $3 once a day. So there is limitations, but if you strictly get it for the $3 discount and you regularly order Sweetgreen like I do, then it will definitely return value. So there is good value there, but it's important to know that you cannot use it in store. So keeping that in mind. Also, the checkout and the setup for Sweetgreen, I go through. I don't want to have their app on my phone, so I go through the website to order. It's unintuitive, and it's problematic, and I'm going to get to that in a separate video. But I did want to cover the Sweet Pass. It is worth it if you're going to get Sweetgreen 4 times a day. It is definitely worth it. Now, one thing I will get to the other video, which is applicable here, is that you will have to make sure that you have that promo activated. They will not automatically apply that to your checkout for you, which I think is again, this is really just a bad practice on Sweetgreen. Why wouldn't you go ahead and automatically apply that promo? And then if someone wants to take it off for whatever reason, maybe they want to use it later in the day, they do so. But because you only get to use one $3 promo per day, it only makes sense that if someone was to check out, then that would automatically be applied to the checkout. Now, I have a reward and a promo in my cart, or available to me now, so I can see an instance where it could be one or the other, but still, you really should be applying that, especially when there's nothing else available. Automatically apply it, or bring it to the attention. They'll put it up, and it'll be in your visual flow, but they won't automatically apply it. So I think that's stupid too. I think they need to reassess how they're going to treat someone who is going to be such a frequent customer that they're ordering this many times, and then also that they bothered to get their $10 a month subscription on top of paying for their meals. So I really like the food. I like the quality. It's seemingly good. I think the setup is good, but their subscription is problematic, and their policy to me is a very bad one. Now I have to order online so that I can, if I want to eat in the store, then I can take the to go and then sit down, but I can't just go and get it. So it doesn't, it really is not logical to me, but that is the current setup. I would still get the subscription because I have already exceeded my $10. So I've already um, garnered value from this subscription. So that's why I use it. I don't know all of the intricacies and all of the details. I don't really pay attention. The other day, a reward came up, and I just so happened to be getting two entrees. So I ended up getting a reward, but I don't pay attention to any of that. The reason I got the subscription was just for the $3 a day promo, and it really does end up working as long as you apply it when you check out.